start with our... All right, let's pray. We'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Okay. Now, okay, so today's verse is Bhagavad Gita 3.37. Okay. All right. And so I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna sing it and then you have to repeat. This is also new verse for me, like you guys. So we'll learn together. Okay. And then we'll go with the translation and we'll understand what Krishna says in this verse. Okay. All right. I know some of you, you're in front of the computer, but you're paying attention to different things. So I would highly recommend and request, please pay attention here while you're doing this. This is just 1 hour. We're not gonna keep it more than that. Okay? So please be attentive and be participative, okay? All right. All right. Shri Bhagavana Uvacha. Unmute yourselves. Shri Bhagavana Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavana Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavana Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavana Uvacha.
Kama Esha Krodha Esha.
Kama Esha Krodha
Krodha Esha.
Krodha Esha.
Kama Esha Krodha Esha.
Kama Esha Krodha Esha.
Kama Esha Krodha Esha. Rajo Guna Samudbhava.
Rajo
Rajoguna Samudbhava.
Rajoguna Samudbhava.
Rajoguna Samudbhava.
Rajoguna Samudbhava.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Mahasano Mahapapma.
Vidhi enam iha vairinam. Vidhi enam iha vairinam.
Vidhi enam iha vairinam.
Vidhi enam iha vairinam.
Vidhi enam iha vairinam.
So, like when you read the first time, it's always difficult because you don't know. So the key is to remember, like key to remember is to repeat every day. You have to repeat and then you will be able to remember. Okay, so who wants to read the translation? Nitya? Okay, go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into word rat,
Rat.
and which is the all devouring sinful enemy of this world.
Very good. Thank you. So Krishna is saying, so in the previous verse, actually, we are not doing all verses, right? So we are doing in between the important ones. But 3.37, which we're doing today, is important, but it's in the context of the previous verse, right? So in the previous verse, Arjuna is asking, what is that, compels the people to sin, right? So um, now in this verse, Krishna is basically answering, why, sometimes people don't want to do the sinful activity or bad things, but they are just forced to do it. Why is it like that? So let's say some people, I mean, you must have seen around, right? Your friends or family or teachers or somebody, they're very good like they're good, but sometimes they get angry, or sometimes they do hurtful things, or there are people, who steal, or and they do bad stuff. They try, like, they do things which can hurt somebody, right? But when you see, sometimes they're not, oh my God, why did I do that? Like, I'm not like that. Why did I do that? So sometimes they're not doing it intentionally, but it's they're just into that mode of passion, right? So that's why it happens. So now Arjuna is asking, why does, what happens, and what is it that compels people to sin, right? So then in that 36, that was the question. And in 37, Krishna is giving answer that, Lord Krishna gives the characteristics. He says, you know, um, like, so we learned about this before, right? Three modes of three modes. We learned about three modes. Can somebody say that what are those three modes we get affected by? We learned like in detail, I think, previously. Does anybody remember? If you do, please unmute and you can share.
Goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Thank you, Anj. Good job. Okay, now will you remember Dwani, Nitya, and Ashi? I would like you to repeat, please. And Atisha. Can you repeat? What are those three modes of nature we get affected by?
Goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Okay,
Goodness,
who said
passion,
that?
and ignorance.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, goodness, we know what is goodness, right? We try to do good things, and like we'll talk about it. But when you're doing something like, so in this verse, Krishna is saying that those things happen because of mode of passion. So now we'll learn what is mode of passion. We learned about it before. So when we are in mode of passion, we develop lust. We learned about that before too, but then um that lust, because of that, you get anger. Wrath means what? Anger. When you have something in your mind which you are thinking you want something, and when you want something, you slowly get attached to it. Let's say it's not just physical thing. It could be your own things within you, that you want to be a leader. Let's say you want some people to listen to you. So that is also one kind of passion, that okay, you want that, you really want somebody to listen to you, and you want to be the boss, basically. So and then you slowly get attached to this. No, I want to do that. And then, and if somebody doesn't listen to you, what happens? What will happen if somebody doesn't
You
listen
get
to you?
angry.
Yes, you get angry, right? So that's natural. Like when you get attached to something and you don't get it, you get angry. That's it. And when you become angry, what happens? You do all kind of wrong stuff we can do, right? Yeah, Nitya, tell me.
You can do things like break things or throw stuff on the floor
Yes. Or say somebody something which you are
or
not
call
supposed
them
to.
bad names.
Bad names. Yes. You can also use your hand, or, like, some people get angry, they can kill somebody, stuff like that. And those
Or
are
hit
all
people.
sinful activities, right? So, sin is not just when you're doing stuff with your physic, like your body. Let's say you're killing something, of course that is sin, but also with your body and body, mind, and word. You should not even use those kind of words that somebody get disturbed by your words, right? So words are also very important. We are supposed to say things nicely so then somebody else doesn't get affected by it. So when we become angry, all kind of stuff could happen, and those are all sinful, right? They force us to, right? It says that it forces us to act sinfully, right? So the basically is like all devouring greatest enemy of living entity. So that anger is the most bad thing for a living entity, right? So that's what is Krishna saying in this verse, that Arjuna is asking why people do this, and Krishna is answering that this is because of lust, right? So then we learned about this. You see this chart where we say that mode of passion, because we are in that mode of passion, we get attached to things, and then it becomes lust. That means lust means you really want it. You can do anything about for that. That is lust, right? Not just like little bit want. It's not that. It's even more, little more than that, right? And then our anger arises. So there are some of the things we have, like we can see on the slide, that what is the mode of passion, what things are there in it. So there's a list of it. Can we please read some? Can Nimai read? Nimai, read, please.
Um, uh, Process of fall down, mode of
No,
passion. What?
I want to, yeah, Rajastik, the list of things which is called mode of passion.
Attachments, lust, anger slash
The other
wrath.
one,
What?
other one, Rajasik.
Rajasic, mode of passion, arrogance, ego, restlessness, anxiety, anger, impatience, fear, uncontrollable desires, and distress.
Okay, so do you see this restlessness, right? When you people are getting distracted on the other screen and doing something, and you do this, that is called restlessness. What is it? And that comes under mode of passion. Okay, Nimai?
What did I do?
No, I'm saying that when you're not sitting at one place, that is restlessness, right? Mode of passion. So be attentive. All right. And then anxiety, anger, impatience, fear, all that comes under mode of passion. Okay. So object. So we learned about this. Object leads to attachment. Attachment leads to cravings, and craving leads to anger. Okay. All right. So we learned what is the problem, right? We learned what is the problem. So now we have to learn what is the solution, right? So if you're in mode of passion, what do we have to do? We have to cultivate mode of ignorance, maybe, or mode of goodness. What do you think? What do you think was a good idea to develop? Oh my God, you guys are not answering. Please answer. Somebody should know that. Yes, Nitya, go ahead. Nitya, you raised your hand, yes? You didn't raise your hand? Okay. All right. Okay, so when you're in mode of passion, we have to learn to develop mode of goodness. Okay? So there are some ways we develop our mode of goodness. It's not that it's gonna just come by itself. We have to work on it. It's like when you want to do saw something, like when you want to do farming, it's not that you put this spread this seed and it will grow, will it? No, right? What do we have to do? We have to cultivate it, right? That means you make sure the soil is good, then you put the seed, which is like healthy seed, and then you make sure that you water them, sunlight should come, right? And then, so when it's coming up, you nurture it with the good nutrition, like some fertilizers, water, and blah, blah, blah. So that's you cultivating, right? So that's how the good habits has to be cultivated. It doesn't just come by itself. So goodness, mode of goodness, we have to cultivate it. All right? Yes. So, yeah, Nitya, want to say something?
Like if you have something, if you're in passion and you have something that you really, really want to get, or you see something that's bad to do and you're about to do it, you should tell your mind and think about it before you do it.
Yes, you're right. So, so now we're gonna work on, like how to do it. So you cultivate good habits. Like, I mean, can you tell me? I'm not gonna tell you. What are the good habits? What do you think? Any whatever comes in your mind. Nitya.
Good habits are like if you shouldn't. Good habits are when you don't break things and you have manners.
Okay. Like what manners?
Like
Anybody?
whenever,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Nitya.
like if you want to eat, instead of just saying pass this without, you should say, can I please do this, or can you please do this for me?
Yeah, so that means you speak it nicely, gently, so people doesn't get offended or your words as we were talking, right? The way you talk that affects the other person, how you're talking. So, right? It's one of the ways you should learn to be gentle in talking, right? Then you keep things clean, your room's clean, right? Your places, wherever you're staying, or houses where you help parents to keep things clean. That's mode of goodness, right? When you're saying something, you talk it respectfully to your elders or with your friends also. When you are talking, you don't want to make things like, you don't want to talk so somebody get hurt, right? With your words, and you never lie, right? No lying. That's not a good habit. So that's mode of goodness, right? And self-discipline. You see that? It says the third, you discipline yourself. Let's say there is a homework deadline coming up in 3 days, right? So what are we going to do? We have to work on it. We have to make sure that, we finish things on time, right? So that's mode of goodness. You be careful and you be responsible of what you're supposed to do. That's a self-discipline, right? Even if you have candy in the fridge and mama says, "No, you're not supposed to have it every day. Whenever I tell you, I will give you once in a week." And then that's a self-discipline if you don't take it from the fridge. You listen to parents. That's a self-discipline, isn't it? Yeah, so like that, you have to have some rules for yourself, right? And then you sometimes perform service to your parents, service to your siblings, You help your siblings, you be nice to them. That's one of the, like good things to do. You go to the temple, or even unknown people, you can help any way you want. So that helping is a mode of goodness, right? So let's say your classmates or your friends are in trouble, you try to help them. That's mode of goodness, right? Eating sattvic food. When you're eating, as we learned, there are so many things in mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness, right? So mode of goodness does not include like too spicy or too pungent or fermented or eggs or meat or fish and stuff like that. That is not mode of goodness, right? So mode of goodness is fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy. You can eat all those things. No meat. Meat and eggs, meat and fish and everything is mode of ignorance. Okay. So we eat sattvic food. So that's how we develop our goodness. And then cultivate knowledge. How do we cultivate knowledge? How do we do that? Anybody? How do we? Yes, Nandika. You have to unmute. Yes.
She's Nandika, by the way.
What?
She's Nandika, by so.
No, I'm saying that you raised your hand, right? How do we cultivate knowledge?
Rika. She's Nandini.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So you can read the good types of books
Good
good
job.
books and
Read
not
good books.
like nonfiction.
Yes, very good. That's a very good answer, Nandini. Thank you. So how do we cultivate knowledge? We read good books. We read scriptures and something we learn from. Like, say, there are so many books on like biographies of great people. We should all cultivate good knowledge by reading good books. Nitya, you want to say something?
Whenever people are saying good things, you should always if you want to get knowledge, when people are saying good things, you should pay attention.
That's right. Listening. That's very good point. Yes. So we get knowledge by reading. We get knowledge by listening. We hear people, or there are so many good speakers, and when they speak, we hear and we develop knowledge. That's right. But in all those things, whatever we are reading, whatever we are listening, what is the source of which it is coming from is important, right? So good job. Yes. So, and then practicing devotion, right? We learned about devotional life. So that is also mode of goodness. We should try waking up early, try to at least do some offering to Krishna, or maybe in the morning before you go to school. We can not, let's say you don't have time. I know people, kids are running to the school. It's so hard in the morning, but at least what can you do? You can pay obeisances near, like, wherever your altar is. Just go and pay obeisances. Can you do that much? So that's a mode of goodness, right? You take, take a minute to pray to God,
glitching.
or pay obeisances. If possible, you can offer a flower, or if you still have time, let's say you have enough time, you can do chanting, one round of chanting, or maybe some meditation. Just right now the whole world is so restless, right? We know everybody's on the screen. You don't want to have your mind is always active, so you want to maybe just sit and do some meditation, right? For 5 minutes. Remember Krishna. Okay, so that is called devotional practice. You develop devotional practice right there. Okay, and then last thing is make friends who are have mode of goodness and who are devotees. Okay, so this is all cultivating goodness. So we know what is passion, and now we know what is goodness. So we have to focus on cultivating mode of goodness. You always make good friends. You be helpful to people, siblings, be nice to everybody, talk to them nicely, be gentle, no anger. And when the anger comes, we're all humans, anger may come, yes. But then you have to calm your mind couple of times, just wait before you say something or do something. Just stop before you react. Okay? All right. So that's for Bhagavad Gita. Um, how Krishna says, right? You have to keep me in the center. Krishna should be in the center for whatever we do. Whatever we are doing, we should do it for Krishna. All right. So, very important thing we learned today, that being in mode of passion can make us do sin. It could be with body, mind, words, anything, right? Alrighty, people. Now we're gonna jump into our Ramayan story. Hey, everybody likes Ramayan, right? Who wants to say where did we stop last time? Does anybody remember? Where did we stop last time? Yes, Nandini?
Sure. It's Jet,
I'm not able to hear you.
Jatayu passed away, I think.
No. Actually, Jambuvan, like all the monkeys, they started looking for Sita now, right? So they go in all directions. So one group of monkeys goes into, yes, good job, Nitya. Yes. One group of monkeys goes in the northern direction, one group of monkeys goes in the eastern, one goes in the western, one goes in the southern. So the group of monkeys which goes in the southern direction is a group of,
Sugriv,
yes, tell me.
so the thing is, I just want to ask, didn't Sugriv, didn't he like send the most powerful people in the southern direction, because that was where Ravan was flying?
Yes, that's Ravan was flying in that direction, but the thing is, they didn't know until they found Jatayu's big brother, so it was like they says, of course, Sugriva, he kind of had some idea because he had very much of geological knowledge. So Ramayan has so much of description that even monkeys, they go like far, far, far from what is it called right now, India. It's more than they went all the way to both directions, north and so in Ramayan it says that um, that Sugriva, he says that you'll find this after this after this. So, but he had some idea that okay, south in more chances are south. So yeah. So southern direction, monkeys, Hanuman goes, and then Jambuan goes, and then there are Neela, Nala. They're all. I mean, I don't think you would know all those, but
Right?
Hanuman was the, yes, Nandika.
So went, right?
Huh?
Angad. Didn't he also?
Who? Sugriva?
Angad. He was another one. He was a.
I'm not
He
able
was,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not able to hear you properly. It's not clear. But anyways, those are the monkeys who goes in the southern direction, and then so when they reach all the way down there, so they meet
Wait.
um Jatayu's elder brother, and then they understood that okay, Ravana he's definitely into Lanka because he could see Jatayu's big brother. Okay, Nandini, Nandika, can you mute yourselves, please? Yeah. So then when they reached southern spot, like all the way down, Jatayu's big brother, he was there laying down. I mean, like he was in one of the caves, and he told them that I saw Ravana taking kidnapping Sita, and he's definitely in Lanka. So that was confirmed at that time. Okay, and now this part where actually Hanuman starts going towards Lanka and meets Sita, that is called Sundarkand. So you remember in the beginning we learned that there are different khandas like Yuddha Khand, this is Sundarkand, and then Balakand and all that. Like we learned about that. So now this one is Sundarkand. So Sundarkand is all description of Hanuman. All right, and Hanuman is the greatest devotee of Lord Rama. He is the servant of Rama. He loves Lord Rama like anything, right? So he wants to do anything for Lord Rama. So when he goes all the way to the end, and a Jambuan at that point, he reminds him of all his strengths, because when Hanuman was a baby, he tries to go to the sun, and he you know the story, right? Then Indra actually hits him and he falls down, and then uh, everybody, all the devatas, they come, they give him blessings because the Pavan Dev was very angry on him, on Indra. So now Hanuman had so many powers given by demigods, but he had a curse for a while that he will forget everything because he was not using it right. So now Jambuan, at this point when they reaches down there, Jambavan reminds Hanuman that you have so much capacity. You are the servant of Lord Rama, and you can do everything. You can do it. You can leap. You can take a big leap and go to Lanka. And then Hanuman remembers all his powers. He had so many powers. Like he could become so gigantic, so much gigantic, and he could become like a very tiny person too. So that's a big siddhi he had. Like he could do anything he want. He could jump. He could lift things. You have seen, right, at the pictures. He could lift the whole mountain, and he crosses Lanka just in, like, he goes to that far off ocean just in one jump, right? So Hanuman had so many powers, and he forgot that, and now he remembers those powers. So now Hanuman is, standing on the at the Mount Mahendra, and now he's ready to go bring the Sita back. So he declares, "I am ready to bring Sita back," and then everybody is like, "Yay! Go Hanuman, go!" Right? Everybody's like so excited. All the monkeys, and then so before he actually starts, right, he prays to Lord Surya Dev, Indra, Vayu, and Lord Brahma. He pays obeisances. He prays to all of them for success, right? So, and then what he starts becoming big, because he's like a normal sized monkey now. He cannot leap all that big, right? So he become big, 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 big. He becomes so gigantic, so big that the mountain started shaking. That the Mandara mountain, um, Mahendra mountain, I'm sorry. And then he starts towards Lanka. So he sprang into the air like arrow, and flight agitated ocean created waves. So now when he starts going, everything is like so shaky because he's so big. And when the big gust of wind comes, what happens? Like there are big waves coming, and then storm kind of tornado kind of situation happened. It's just because of his power. And then Hanuman starts jumping towards Lanka. Then, so on the way to Lanka, he had actually three obstacles, three things which reduced kind of his speed, right? So the first was Menaka Mountain. There was a mountain called Menaka, and that Menaka mountain had a, he was like it. Lord Indra actually gave benediction that you have to stop somebody who is passing from here. So, and they have to rest here, they should rest here. So, but this mountain was like a friendly mountain, okay, uh, not a demon or anything like that. So, Menaka mountain said, like, placed by Indra to obstruct demons. It was placed by Indra to obstruct demons. And so it comes from the sea, comes up and tells Hanuman, stop and please take rest here. And Hanuman says, no, 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 no. I'm getting late. I'm on the task. I have to come as soon as possible. I can't sit and take rest, right? So Hanuman refuses. I'm not gonna do that. My time is very short. I have to go to Lord Rama as soon as possible and tell her what Sita is doing, what's happening. So because he couldn't do it, he says, I'm gonna touch you because I don't want you, like, he doesn't want to feel upset, does not want the mountain to feel bad that okay, he didn't even touch me and I requested so much. Let's say some guest comes and you request so much, oh no, 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 you have, please stay here, please eat, and then guests really have to go. Then we're like, okay, give me some water. That's fine, like give me some juice. It's fine. I have to go. I'm really in hurry. So that's how Hanuman did. Okay. I mean, I understand your good thing that you want me to rest, but I cannot rest. I'm on the task. I have to go. Right. And so this is a responsibility of Hanuman. See, he doesn't want to waste time. When he has a task to perform, he doesn't want to waste time. So when you have something in your list to do, let's say your exam is coming, you don't want to waste time on the phone or computer or anything, right? You want to be focused. What is the task? This is the task, and you want to complete it. So that's how you have to be focused on the task. So Hanuman is very good. See, we learned so many things from Hanuman, right? If I mean, I don't know how many you know of Hanuman Chalisa, but in Hanuman Chalisa it describes how great was Hanuman. He was smart, he was strong, and he was very respectful, right? So now you can see that how Hanuman was respectful to that mountain, right? He, even though he was getting late, he's like, no, no, I'll do it a little bit, whatever I can, right? Nitya, want to say something?
I'm learning the Hanuman Chalisa.
Very good. Good job. Yeah, everybody should know it. We should all memorize Hanuman Chalisa. It's a very good thing to learn. Okay. All right. And then the second one comes the Rakshasi, Sursa. Okay. And she's a mother of Nagas. And um so she had the actually she's checking the strength of Hanuman. The previous one was also kind of like wanted to know how Hanuman is, but this is also he wants to check how strong is Hanuman. This one. So then, but this Rakshasi had a boon from um from Brahma that not boon that like everybody whoever passes from there has to be has to enter in his mouth in her mouth. So that was fixed. So Hanuman, not sorry, Hanuman, Brahmaji said that whoever passes from here, they have to go in her mouth. So Hanuman, she says to Hanuman, you have to enter in my mouth. So Hanuman says, no, 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 I don't have time. I have to go. I'm on the clock. I got to go really fast. No, I'm gonna come back. I'll come back when after finding Sita, I'll come back and I promise you I'll come and I will enter into your mouth. And Surasha says, no, I'm not gonna let you go. You can't go without doing that. You have to enter in my mouth. And then so so what does Surasha do? She expand her mouth 10 yojanas. She makes it big, so big, so big, so big. Can do it ना charge. बंद कर जा. पर से कमरा. So she expands her in like 10 yojanas, mouth 10 yojanas, right? And she also, and then Hanuman also expands big. He was already so big. He now expands himself like to 10 yojanas, big. And then looking at that, now Surasha expands herself to 100 yojanas, like so big. And now Hanuman, he uses his brain. He's a chatura, right? He's very smart. So he becomes a thumb size, a very small. Can you imagine 10 yojanas, which is like hundreds of miles, and a thumb? So what he does, he becomes a thumb, just quickly goes into the in the mouth of Surasha and come back. Like before she closes her mouth, he comes back. So that way he actually keeps, her promise as well. Like, I mean, like whatever boon she had, or it doesn't let it break too, right? So Hanuman goes into her mouth and comes back, right, really quick. And Surasha becomes so happy, very pleased, and she actually blesses Hanuman to be successful. Okay, now you will be successful. You are very smart. You're very strong, right? So then Hanuman goes forward. So these two were actually little friendly people, like friendly demons. But now this one, it's called Simhika. She was Rakshasi. She was a bad one. She wanted to actually stop Hanuman. Like what she does? So this Rakshasi, this demoness had a capacity to catch the shadow of a person. So when Hanuman was flying and she's under the water and she just caught the shadow, and then Hanuman was like, "What's happening? I'm not able to go. I'm not able to go." And then found out that okay, there was a demoness was trying to stop. So Simhika she said, like, I'm gonna eat you. She opened her mouth and she wanted to eat. So what does Hanuman do? Hanuman expanded his body, and then sank into the tiny proportion, and then entered in her mouth, and he tear apart her heart, basically killed her, and then he come out of his body, and Simika fell down dead, right? So that was the third demon. So that one Hanuman had to kill. So the thing is, when something is not, some there is some big obstacle, actually you have to solve it, right? Because the purpose is to do something higher, right? All right, so then Hanuman reaches Lanka, right? And Lanka, he was so amazed to see Lanka. And Lanka, he actually in Lanka, he landed on Mount Trikuta. And then he started observing. He wanted to find Sita. So he knew that he reached the destination, but then he don't know where Sita is, because Lanka is not small. It's not just like like a house. Lanka is a whole big, right now it's called Sri Lanka. It's a big country. So in Lanka, where is Sita? You just have to find one person. Isn't it so impossible to find one person in that big of an area? So Hanuman was like, "Oh my God, where am I gonna go now?" Right? So many, he saw like so many rakshasas and weapons and everything. All right, unmute yourself. I mean, mute yourself, Nandini, please. And then so So he became a little cat. So he could disguise, how he had qualities, he could become small, he could become big, he could change his shape. So when first time he sees actually Lord Rama, he was not in on his monkey thing. He was like a Brahmana when he sees Lord Rama first. So he could change his shape. So he becomes like a cat and he enters through the northern gate, because if he tries to be like a monkey, what will happen? Like people will, like the Rakshasas will figure it out, right? So, and then he sees, wow, what is this beautiful Lanka? Sees he saw so many palaces and, beautiful, made up of gold, right? And golden structures everywhere. And he encountered with Rakshasi women and saw Ravana's palace. So there was a Rakshasi he encountered with, but then he actually goes forward. He kills the Rakshasi, and then he goes forward and the Ravana's palace. He saw the Ravana's palace was like so big,
Wait,
wooden.
was it Shish's name Lankini?
Yes, Lankini. I don't remember exactly, but Lankini, what happens with Lankini if she kills or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, he meets Lankini
What
very first. Do you remember what happens when he sees?
what happened? So he shrinks down. So like he goes onto her shoulder and then he tries to. Then he eventually like completely hits her really hard until she like spits out. And she said that
Then
and
you will
then
be
like
successful.
Lord
Yeah.
he said that she said that wait stop. She said that Lord Rama had given her a curse that she would
Some
remain a
monkey will
Rakshas
come.
until a monkey would hit her and she would spit out. And then she basically I don't really remember what
Yeah, yeah.
happens
So he
next.
doesn't
She
kill. No, he
becomes a
doesn't kill.
happiness.
But he, like Blankini kind of knew that he's the guy who's gonna be successful because she knew that this nobody will be able to hit her except for this one. So yeah, he doesn't kill her, but he lets Lankini kind of lets him go. So now he's at Lanka and now he sees so many palaces, right? Where he wants to enter in Ravana's palace and he does. He thought that Sita would be in the palace. So he goes in there and he sees beautiful, like big ceilings and beautiful architecture inside, or like, I mean, he, it's all opulent, basically. And beautiful women with moon-like faces and lotus petal eyes, and Sita nowhere to be seen. So he actually sees so many women, but he understood by basically that there could not be Sita. Because I tell you what, when he sees so many people, it could be, like anybody would get confused that what, like, who is Sita? But by looking at those women, he could understand that none of them are Sita because they were happy, they were dressed up beautifully, like and like wearing a lot of opulent dresses and jewelry and everything. So Hanuman just thought that if Rama is so much missing Sita, definitely Sita is missing Rama. And when somebody is missing somebody, he cannot be happy. And you're not going to be like laughing around, having fun, wearing nice clothes. Like they're going to be really sad. So when even after he sees so many women, he understood that no, these are not Sita. Definitely Sita is not in the palace. So then he saw that there's no Sita around. And then he thinks of so he basically checks all the palaces around and he checks all the places around, but he couldn't find Sita. So then he really becomes so sad. Oh my God, I'm not able to find Sita. So now he becomes so disheartened. Now what should I do? Should I go back? If I go back, what am I gonna say to Rama? What am I gonna say to those monkeys? Let me just commit suicide here. I'm just gonna kill myself. I don't want to go back because he couldn't find Sita. He's like really upset about it, right? And he decided to, but he still like he saw that okay, there is some area I didn't check. Let me just go and check it out at least. Let me just find it out. And then he enters into Ashok Vatika. Okay, so to Ashok Vatika is a special garden of of Ravana. So it's very beautiful, big trees and greenery all around, beautiful garden, well maintained, and the seat like nobody would think that Sita could be there, but actually Sita was in Ashok Vatika, right? So Ravana actually had a curse that if he touches some female by force, then he will be burned, he will get killed. Okay, so he
He's
cannot. Hmm? Yeah.
the curse was that like if he ever married a woman by forcing her, his
Yes.
head would explode.
Yes, yes, that's right. So he could not force Sita. So that is why Sita had to, like, it was in the, he was not, she was not in the palace. She was in the Ashok Vatika, and Ravana was waiting for her to say yes. If until she says yes, he cannot take him. He cannot take Sita. So that is why, he was there. And then Hanuman basically, climbed a tree and he looked at the Sita. It was Sita's description was very beautiful. He was, she was wearing torn clothes, like in a, um, like very sad looking, very thin, although beautiful. And of course, you can, she was very beautiful, but she was looking very dull because of, she was sad about, she was missing Lord Rama, right? And then tears were coming out of her face. She was like so much in distress because she's not with Rama, right? So now then Hanuman figured out, okay, this is Sita, definitely for sure, right? And then he actually, uh, uh, then there is a little bit of description about, how um, Sita, like he actually was sitting on the tree and he watches all these things, what happens. Sita is sitting under the tree, and Hanuman is not like in that big form. He becomes so tiny, so nobody can see him, right? He becomes tiny and he's hiding in the tree. But then he saw that Ravana was coming. He came with the whole line, like so many people, like his wives and servants and everybody. And then he tells Sita, "You have to come with me. You have to get married." And then basically he's trying to convince Sita by force that if you don't come, I'm gonna, kill, like I will kill Rama. That's what he says, right? So, and then Sita basically, when Ravana was trying to touch Sita, she just puts the grass, like a straw of grass in between, and then Ravana could not do anything. So that will cover basically next time, maybe. I think we'll just stop right here and we'll continue next time, okay, about what happens to, like how Sita meets, like how Hanuman approaches Sita. Okay, we'll see next time. So I think we're gonna stop right here. I spoke a lot, and thank you for Nandika and Nandini for your participation. And Ramayan, very nice. That's a very good thing. You
That's Ramayan on TV twice. Not twice.
okay?
Still
Very
twice.
nice.
Let's just book. Wait, stop. 1 minute.
Okay.
One question. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So in the next one, is it about like Akshay Kumara? Doesn't he face one of Ravana's sons, Akshay Kumar?
I'm not sure exactly, but Ravana's sons, they basically start coming during the battle,
Is it?
but battle hasn't
Hmm.
started
Wait,
yet, right?
you.
So one of the servants will come and changes his he had the capacity to change his like make a magic, something like he could, so they present
Jumbo
head of head of Rama in front of Sita, something like that
Yes,
happens.
yeah.
But
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
remember.
to
Yeah,
bewilder
I
Sita
remember.
that okay, Ravana, now Rama is killed, and now you have to come to me. So that was one of the tricks from Rama. It will come. So
Yes,
let's just stop right here because we
but
don't want to go over time.
but then a soldier comes and tells. He's like screaming, Ravan, Ravan, King Ravan. Rama has come to because he's like but he didn't know. The guard didn't know, so he yelled about it. So then Sita know. Oh, this is a joke.
Yes, yes. So yeah, it will come. It will come. We'll go slowly, slowly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now I spoke a lot. Does anyone want to say something you learned from the class? Please share. I wish everybody can share. Please share one thing which you liked or learned. Okay. Nitya.
I didn't know the sloka.
Okay, but what did you learn about the sloka? I mean, I also didn't know kind of shloka, but I knew what it says in the shloka. But did you learn anything from the verse? That is important. Nobody learned any. Oh, yeah. Atisha, please go ahead.
I was using my hand for something I liked.
What? Can you? I mean, I couldn't hear you.
I was raising my hand for something that I liked.
Yes, yes, please go ahead. Yes.
I like when Ramana shrunk down to like.
Okay. All right. Ravana shrunk down, or Hanuman you're talking about?
Hanuman, sorry.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Hanuman became so big and he became super small and entered and came out. Zoom, zoom. Right? Very nice. Yeah, he's chatur. He's very smart. So it's not all the time we have to use our strength. We have to use our brain also. It's important to use brains. Okay, Satya.
I didn't know that Hanuman could turn into a cat.
Oh yeah, he had a capacity to change his form. Like he could do like he could change his forms. He had the blessed benediction for that too. Yeah. All right. So anything you learned from like a practical application or no? Nima, you want to say something?
I learned that I don't know.
You learned you don't know?
Yeah, I learned I don't know.
Okay, tell something. That's fine. You can just Ashi, Nimai. Okay, one thing you learned in the sense a practical application. That's what I'm looking for.
Uh to,
All right. I think that was I spoke and spoke and nobody learned anything. Ashi?
no, I already knew everything that you said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Ashi, go ahead. You unmute. I cannot hear you. And maybe something wrong on your side. Anyways, I can't hear you, Ashi. Sorry. Okay. All right, Ansh. Last call on Ansh. Ansh is not there. Ansh is lost. Oh, okay. Maybe Ansh is gone.
I learned the shloka, but I didn't know the word.
Good
And then I
job.
learned.
All right. So, okay. So, in short, try to develop good habits, okay? Mode of goodness we have to cultivate. That is a takeaway for today's class. Dwani, yes, go ahead, please.
That's when Hanuman entered Lanka and turned into a cat.
Oh, yes. So exciting, right? Actually, it's so beautiful description in Ramayan. If you read Ramayan, that would be really nice. There's so much of beautiful description in there. Anyways, I think we'll call it a day now and we'll see you all next week, okay? You guys are awesome. You guys sit for an hour and listen to me. Thank you so much for that. I know things could be restless. You don't want to sit, but you're doing a good job. You're listening, and something will be useful when you grow up in that. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. You guys have a wonderful week. Try to develop those good things, okay, what we talked about. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, bye bye. All right, Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Ki Jai. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Bye.
Hare Krishna. Bye bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Sarvi. Bye, Sarvi.